All right, so this morning Nintendo posted another Pokemon Snap trailer. I thought it was pretty cool. I was going to run down some of the random bits and pieces. So it's a nearly 7-minute trailer too, or they call it overview trailer. They kind of gave us a better idea of what you're actually doing in the game because it wasn't just showing you taking photos and stuff. So they did explain some of the items and stuff you'll be able to use in the game. So one of them is called Fluff Fruit. Basically, you can throw this at a Pokemon and it'll start snacking on it. So then you can get opportunities to take pictures of it if you would like. Then you get the Luminaire Orb or Luminaire Orb. So this is my favorite one because if you watch this in the trailer, it's actually all sorts of fucked up. This is like when that goddamn fuck, I'm forgetting its name. Tyranitar eat that goddamn apple thing or whatever off the ground. So this is nearly as messed up as that. But this Lumina Orb is, at first they're like, oh, you just throw it at like this duck and it makes it super happy. But then in the trailer, you realize quickly that they're actually throwing this orb at Pokemon who are peacefully sleeping, and then they're waking up and having like they just got injected with fucking cocaine. Like I kind of feel bad. Like there is this one key point, and I'll just rewind it for the video players. People watching the video, look at this. Watch this Magikarp video, people. You see this goddamn Magikarp sleeping perfectly safe, wakes up, has a fucking heart attack, goes absolutely ballistic, and then like blasts off into space here. So I just kind of feel bad. So, but otherwise, I kind of feel bad for that one Magikarp. Poor Magikarp, I was getting picked on. Then they also talked about you'll get a melody. So this can, I guess it's like you can just play music or whatever. Different Pokemon will play along or whatever. I assume not all Pokemon will play, but the more musically inclined Pokemon will play, and I'm sure that makes for different cool photo opportunities. And then you also get access to a scan, which will help you find potentially hidden Pokemon. In the trailer, they show like a pincer that's in the desert or whatever. But then they also point out that if you scan, you can find stuff in the environment, including if you scan in the right spot, then you can choose to head down a different direction. Because of course, Pokemon Snap's like an on-rails shooter, I guess, if you know what I mean. If you want to call it that, it's like an on-rails shooter, but you're shooting photos, of course.
Shooting photos, not bullets.
Yes, not bullets. But if you scan in the right spots, you'll be able to find these secret paths that will lead you down different directions. And I presume that's like, if you're trying to 100% the game, I'm sure there'll be like, you've got to find the secret paths where potentially that's where some of the rarer Pokemon will be, or like you get the better photographs of Pokemon. Like they point out how you may be able to get a different angle in the trailer of different Pokemon or stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. And then they hinted at, I guess, what may or may not be, I guess, what the core storyline is, I guess, if you want to call it that. Because of course, like the game's story isn't like super deep. It's literally just you're trying to take photos and you're trying to complete your photo decks, right? And the professor scores your photos, and you can try and force style the photos. Each level or area you level up, the more photos and stuff you're taking or whatever. But then they talked about these things called Luminaire Pokemon. And in the trailer, they show this giant bay leaf coming along or whatever that's all like super glowy and stuff. So I'm like, I guess that's the through line for the storyline a bit. It's like maybe the professor's like, hey, there's these like rare Pokemon out here now. Like we want you to try and get a photo of it or whatever, and that's kind of what you're trying to find or whatever. Even to me, I'm like, well, it just looks like a weirder, shiny, I guess. I don't know. But it's cool. It was a really great trailer. As I said, like nearly 7 minutes. They do go into some of the features you can do for taking photos as well, alongside the scoring. So I know they hinted at this in the last trailer, but they're like, hey, you can change the focal point, you can change the angle, zoom in, all this sort of stuff. You add stickers to them if you want to. Then of course you can upload them so your friends can see them, people online can see them, they can rank your photos and all that sort of stuff. So there's definitely a lot more to this game than simply, hey, it's a Pokemon Snap that was on 64, but it's prettier. Like there's a lot of features that you simply just wouldn't have been able to get back in the day. And maybe this isn't going to hold your attention for 100+ hours like, a core Pokemon game will. But I definitely feel like there's enough meat on the bone here between trying to get them at the high level photo rankings, trying to complete the photo decks in general, like looking for those secret routes and all this sort of stuff. So it just generally looks like a wholesome, great time. And in case you forgot, it's out in a couple weeks. So I think that's pretty,
wow.
That's pretty exciting. So July. Sorry, not July.
April 30th.
April 30th. Yeah, I don't know why I said July. I was like, it's this month. Maybe I feel like we're in July. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like we're in July. Who knows?
July 2020. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.